After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. We've made it, we have made it. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, bringing you coverage of the Super Bowl. It's almost surreal when you take in the atmosphere, isn't it? It's the magnificent spectacle that surrounds this game each and every February. And at the center of it, the best team from both conferences who fought all season long for the honor of playing here tonight.
And you know what's beautiful about this stage, Kate? These teams who meet the Super Bowl each and every year, we've learned this. They're not always the most talented team in the league. They're the two who never buckled under the pressure, never let the moment become too big. You know what I love to say? They're the ones that didn't just play with one another. They played for one another. And I can't wait. You can't wait. The world can't wait to see which team truly earns the right to raise that Lombardi and call themselves a champion.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
He fires one deep down the right sideline. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and
go for it. I like it.
They'll throw again. Richardson. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've... Defender that cares, all they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense
About to be
get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play coming here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body drills. Body drills. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
He tucks it and takes on. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Back to the well again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Back-to-back carries here. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
And the kick is good. And we're gonna have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action with Richardson. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Now a give on the counter. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get this down to the 40. Just 1 yard on the play. A couple of real nice stops. Force 4th and 1.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Right up the gut. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So that'll do it for the opening quarter of Super Bowl 61. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Three more quarters to go. We're back for the second frame here of Super Bowl 61. They start out 2nd and 10. the play fake. He'll throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Chased out to his right. Caught near the pylon. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Saints grow the lead to 7. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead to 8. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape. And
I like that, running for his life. I love it.
He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. They'll run for the... We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that. Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Now motion him out of the backfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Saints get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And the Raiders...
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity.
Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the move, looking deep down the middle. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Nixon now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He rolls to his right. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And it'll be Raider football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays, too.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Raiders with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They go play action on first. Throwing this back in the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll look to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. Escapes a defender. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he's out of bounds at the 4. Oh, he was thinking touchdown there. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints push the lead to 2 scores now. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First down throw here from Richardson. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Gets everything he has under this throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Saints get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Buying some time left. He's keeping it. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it again. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Raiders get to it.
Good fumble recovery.
Now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Nixon now to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers have to determine how severe this may be. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running it now out of the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Now here he goes. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. Headed out right. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And the defender comes away with it. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing now, Richardson. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 4 yards there, but just can't get him in. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Working quickly here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Handoff now from the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game. That'll do it for 3 quarters here in Super Bowl 61. Just one final act to go in our season. It's the Saints with the ball, the lead, and a chance to close out their 2nd title. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They're throwing it. Escapes the pocket. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end,
only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. Big gap up the middle. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
The throw is caught.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and...
And he gets in, touchdown! The Saints could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock.
Don't ever get that guy Coach of the Year over me.
And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
I'm the real Coach of the Year.
So the Saints offense staying on the field. They're going for 2. They want to run it across. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. He's got the 1st and more past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 23. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Richardson on 3rd. He's on the move. That's caught for the 1st. And this is down all the way to the 3. Offense up to the line fast. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead. They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All right, here we go. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another carry for him. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Setting up to pass. This throw is caught. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Hand off to the back. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Timeout, bro.
They're running again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal.
Good block, bro.
They'll run here, following the penalty. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Bates now for the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's got the squiver. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Richardson. Try and push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
To throw. Try and push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So that brings up 4th and long. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one.
This one for the champion.
This party's going to go on for a good long
This one for the champion. Ring me. Ring me.
Super Bowl.
Ooh, pour the Gatorade on me. They pouring Gatorade on me, yo. Oh my gosh. Milrow, why the hell they interviewing Milrow? He ain't do shit. Look at, oh my gosh, Randy Moss.
At the podium now in his final act of the season, Commissioner Goodell to award the Lombardi Trophy to the New Orleans Saints, the champions of Super Bowl 61. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.